Hi guys, this is Tablet-News.com and I'm here with probably the coolest game I've ever played on iOS. This is the iPad mini and I'm here to show you The Walking Dead. So you can get the first episode from the App Store for free apparently, but for the next episodes you have to pay. So these are all the episodes, there are 5 of them. Episode 1 is available for free, while the rest of 4 are available for about, let's say, 5 euros each. There's also a package, 15 euros for the whole lot. So let's show you what the gameplay is about. This is a point and click adventure style title. We have reached episode 3. We've played all the games so far. It's called Long Road Ahead and you can rewind chapters to see what you've already done. So let's rewind and show you some of the gameplay we've taken part of. So the idea is simple. You simply tap on the screen to make various choices, search for items, place items in the right places. If you follow the Walking Dead TV show, you should know that this is related to the comics and not the TV show. There are some characters that are present in both.
Well, this is as far as we're going. But it's far enough.
You should know that this is the kind of a graphic novel game. If you're familiar with the genre, you should know that graphic novels involve a cinematic experience. It's like you're watching a movie and taking part in it. So it's actually a pretty cool game. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the brightness only a bit so you can see the action on the screen just a bit better. So here we go. Right now the main character is Lee Everett. He's the guy from right here. He escaped from prison. The usual zombies are here. As you can see, there's a lot of cinematic action you have to watch. There's a lot of controversy, there are choices being made, and the whole game is based on the idea of making choices. You choose between two people who you want to save. You also make other tough choices. For example, you have 4 items of food, you have to feed 10 people, you only have to choose some of them. Very controversial choices, if you ask me. Lots and lots of dialogues. Some profane language, so it's not exactly a game for the kids. And you cannot skip the cutscenes. Here's one choice that I can make. If you choose a bad line, you may wake up in a fist fight. If you choose a good line, you may make new friends. And all the characters will remember what you said, and they'll hold a grudge against you or befriend you. Clementine is the main character, companion. So these two, Clementine and Lee, will go through the entire game. I will not spoil it for you, but they'll survive throughout the game and be the main characters. Lee has a secret. He has to hide from everyone that he's a convict. Now there's an important choice you have to make. You have to defend that little kid. Everyone considers that he was bitten by the zombies. You have to say he wasn't. So you can see the graphics, they're typical for a graphic novel. And this big guy right here will have a heart attack now and I have to go looking for medicine for him. Now I have to choose whether to punch him or simply let the things play out. This game is apparently very popular. It's been seen by many publications and sites as the game of the year 2012 and one of the best mobile games ever. It's also available on the consoles and the PC. For some reason it hasn't reached Android just yet, and here we're testing it on the iPad mini. Some people may consider this game a bit boring since there's not much involvement from you. You simply tap the various lines of the character, choose between the lines that you have to say, you go around collecting objects and simply talking to people. So it's a talking game, if you want to call it that way, but it's much more than that. You get attached to the characters, there's a lot of emotion and a lot of choices to make.
There's someone in there.
It's just locked. Keys behind the counter. Probably.
And now there will be a zombie attack.
I'm just looking out for my daughter. No, you're just the guy arguing for killing a kid. He's covered in muck. She'll find the bite. Watch. She won't. And if she does...
Once again, I have to say you cannot skip the cutscenes, so if I could I would, but for now
When she's dead, they'll probably pounce on your little girl.
This little boy. I think we can handle it.
A little boy? You'll get
many of the main characters will die throughout the game, so don't get attached to them too much since
We're tossing him out.
you'll see them dying.
Knock this guy out.
And I chose the violent way.
Jesus.
You have to be loyal to some character or the other, and now here comes an action sequence where you save the little girl. Once again, it's a very gory and violent game, pretty gruesome. So I say it's not for kids. So as you can see, I tap on the screen and the items you have to tap on are highlighted through a white spot. Like this one here, I have to tap it with high frequency in order to get rid of the zombie, and someone shot him for me. So keep in mind, this game is filled with profanity, so it's not for kids, but the dialogue lines are actually pretty smart. The main character, Lee Everett, is actually quite charming in spite of being a convict, and this is Glenn that you can also see in the TV show, if I'm not mistaken. So good old Glenn with his cap and his parkour in the Walking Dead TV series, well, you also have him here. And I bet that somewhere along the way during the 5 episodes you will meet some other characters from the TV show, since they will intersect in the same universe. Now I have to show you another level, probably the one I interacted the most. So let's go to the main menu. It's a motel where you have to collect stuff and you have to sneak around the dead. So let's select play and rewind to episode 1. You can also go to the first episodes where you first met Clementine, or you can go further in the series, you can go to episode 2. I guess that the motel was in episode 2. There aren't too big loading times for this game since it's actually a graphic novel. It doesn't have much of a graphical load or the audio experience.
I know who you are.
There is an intro and a flashback at the beginning of each episode, just like in the movies. So you get a flashback of the previous episode, you get a short rundown of what's happened, and at the end of each episode you can see the credits. So it's just like watching a movie or a TV show.
Come home now.
You keep an eye on that front door.
This is Kenny, that's the name of the character.
You got it.
And now you can see which people died in the previous episode and who you befriended. The idea is that people love this game because it allows them to create their own story. So each of the lines of dialogue that I selected created my own story. If you choose another line, from that point onwards you create your own story. And I could have chosen to save that guy, for example, but I choose not to. I saved the girl. And this is the motel we've reached. And now part 2 is starting, episode 2. For now I have only reached 3 episodes, and as you can see the game adapts to the choices I make, or you make. And I think it's well worth the money, so if you want to spend 15 euros on these episodes, I highly recommend to. Telltale Games is the maker of the game. I say that each episode takes up about 600 megabytes or so it doesn't take up too much space on your device. Aside from zombies, you will also face bandits who have shotguns. And now I'm going to hit a zombie in the head with the axe. And explore the forest around me. I also have a new character, a new teammate. This is the episode where everyone is hungry, so you go out looking for food. You reach a farm and things get really gruesome. You will encounter some cannibals and you have a tough time dealing with them.
Yeah, except then I probably won't be food by now. Trust me, I have no regrets.
Rabbits hardly a meal.
And in the forest you'll run across a camp where you'll see a woman. You have to choose between shooting her or not. But let's see what these two characters are up to.
Rations the other night. I thought she was gonna take off my hand.
We're all on it.
So once again, let's go to the main menu and let's go to a more active sequence in the game. I'm trying to show you some more action than just speaking and walking around, although the game is 90% speaking and walking around. This is the train that you have to board at some point, and here you can rewind episode 2. This is the chapter 1 when you're in the woods, and in the episode 3 you're on board of a train. So basically you travel to various locations, you're heading for the coast in the hope that the zombies aren't alive there.
On the Walking Dead. Get the gates open! We've got wounded!
I want to know why you thought bringing more mouths to feed was a good idea.
Word's getting out that you want to leave the room.
Many characters will die. As I said, you have to choose who to kill, who to keep. Some people will betray you. And you have to take care of your little kid. She's called Clementine.
Calm down, you're paranoid. Fuck you!
The game gets very violent, as I said.
Or that you were tied to this place?
That's right. I know who you are, and I know you're a killer.
He's not dead!
Sometimes this feels like a bit of a soap opera with violence, but I'm exaggerating here. This is where I chose to kill a character because he was turning into a zombie, and this is where I chose not to take food from a car. If you chose to take food from a car, the story would have been different. And this is a woman I chose to shoot, although some of you didn't. So, once again, graphic novel, not much action, just tapping the screen at some points and interacted with some items on the screen. It would be cool if the game supported cross-platform play or maybe cross-platform saving, so you can keep your episodes on the PC, continue playing on the iPad, but I don't think that's coming in the near future. Supposedly the next 4 episodes are coming this year, up to episode 10. For now we have 5 episodes, and about 4 or 5 should appear in 2013 as well. So here we're running through the town of Macon, if I'm not mistaken, searching for supplies. And this is Lee Everett's, the main character's, hometown.
Looks like this is our lucky day.
And you have to go in a pharmacy and choose one more line.
Yeah, this might actually go smoothly. We deserve it after
This character has been injured and you have to fight a zombie at some point and help him cross a ledge. Anyway, the zombies are the main enemies of the game, but also bandits and also some of your friends among the characters.
Lee, where do you come down on staying or going? You mean packing up the motel and getting in the RV? Yeah, we've been talking about it, but you made up your mind yet?
Okay, so I guess this is enough. The game is called The Walking Dead. We're reviewing it right here for Tablet-News.com on the iPad mini, and I have to say it's a fantastic game if you really get into that, if you're into graphic novels. You'll love it. We give it a 10 out of 10. Very solid music, violin music, a very creepy atmosphere, very good characters, well drawn and well created. So we give this game a solid 10 out of 10. It's for some reason the game of the year 2012, and for good reason, because it's a very good game, playable on the PC, on the console and on the iPad for now. Fingers crossed for getting it on Android. For now, a lot of action on the iPad, and the best game you can download right now on iOS.
You okay? The ladder's
This is The Walking Dead, and this is the iPad mini, and the Tablet-News.com will give it a 10 out of 10. Bye bye.